All right, trap and roll, we block the knees, bridge to break the posture, shoot through, gable grip, break down the arm, unfurl, controlling the wrist and the tricep, grab the foot, move the head, roll, control the biceps, get our posture. All right, self-defense style, I'm gonna come up, break it, posture down. We're gonna climb, 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 nice and tight, shoot through, control the hand. He puts his palm up for safety, block the foot, the free hand goes on the hip, bridge. Control the biceps, up in posture. Comb the hair, pick a side. All right, so he's chosen which side he wants to go to because he has no base. I'm gonna comb my hair, block the foot. We can press on the hip. Hands on the biceps, into posture. So, frame on the hip, reinforce, straight arms. I'm gonna bridge just enough to get to my side. Middle leg is straight. With the foot, I lift, knee to elbow. Now I move to the other side. One more hip escape, move to the other side, another hip escape, and we're out. Foot lift, reinforce, get our frames, bridge up, turn to the side. This time I'm gonna drag over the top, elbow to knee. Turn to the other side, hip escape, and we're out. If they're not super tight with the legs, we can post on the hips. I'm gonna bridge up as I press, get my knees in, we can come out into butterfly guard. Sidemount escape, we get our frame, we're under the neck, cupping the shoulder. I'm on the hip with the other wrist. I'm gonna bridge, pushing him up. I hold that space, create space with my hip, get the knee across the center line, pull the arm out of position, drop my foot, one more hip motion, and I'm out. Sidemount escape number 2, I'm gonna bridge up, swim my arm to the outside nice and high. I need to create a little space with my hips, scissor my legs up to my knees. I can tap his knee and either come to the back or come to the front, or I can grab the tricep and we can end up in Kazuri Kesa. So bridge up so we can get the inside arm to the outside. Now I'm gonna take my legs, long and heavy, throw them to the inside, throw them to the outside. We can finish with a darce, or we can come all the way around and finish with a triangle. So I'm gonna create momentum with my legs. I'm gonna kick up, and now I've got the space to come to the outside. So this time my hands are out of position and he's real tight. I'm gonna bridge into him, and when he pushes back, that's when we take him over. All right, I need to create space. I'm gonna swim my arm to the inside, but this time, so I can grab my foot and pull it in between his legs. We can then use that to come to butterfly. So headlock escapes. I'm gonna get the near side lapel and press into him as I change the angle with my body, and then we can come up into side control. Number 2, I need to get my elbow to the mat, so I need to create some momentum with my legs. I'm gonna kick up, in. Once my elbow's on the mat, I can hook and drive. Catch the arm. There's a kimura right there, or we can just escape. This time he has my tricep and I can't get my elbow to the mat. I'm going to gable grip low around his body. I've got his ribs here. Drive. And now I can bring him to the other side. So this time he has my head only. He doesn't really have my arm. So similar to that Sidemount escape, I'm gonna create momentum with my legs, and I'm gonna kick up to my elbow. Now I can get to my knees and bring him to the opposite side. If he insists on holding on, we can go under the chin, create pressure, and take the arm. Wrestler's cradle, I need to double up, get onto the knees, and I'm gonna use my legs and my arms. It helps to get into a non-predictable rhythm so that I can pop it open. And now we're gonna escape out the front. I need to pin his hips to the mat, get my knee up to center line, take up all the space, step out and turn my hip, push the knee to the mat, slide over the top into side control. Under the leg, similar setup, turn the hip, push the leg down, and now I can swim underneath. I lead with my elbow, getting the leg on my shoulder, grab the collar, come up. Now I'm gonna sprawl and project my chest out, and we can get across. Same initial setup, create space, pop. I need to get both arms underneath. Gable grip close to his center line, pull him in, post out, sprawl, project your chest, and we come into side control. Alternate variation on the double under. Create my space, come out, come through. This time I'm gonna grab the belt and come up, and I bring him over one side, follow, we can open the collar and get a choke. Grab the collar, I'm gonna step up, and I wanna turn my knee in, popping this open, we can drive the knee to the mat, create space, and come over the top. Standing pass, dominate one sleeve. I can step up on that side, pull him up, round my back to create pressure on the feet, thrust hips forward, and we get past. Log splitter, I need to create distance. I can have my hands on the biceps or open the gi and put my fists on the mat. Pop up, I'm gonna put one knee up the middle, and then we come down. Now at this point, we can hit a leg lock, or we can create space and get around. So I need to break his posture down by pulling with my legs and my arms, inside and outside grip, underhooking, overhooking, gable gripping. I'm gonna flare this elbow open, get to my side, and now I can kick through with my thigh and come to the top. Gift wrap sweep. I'm gonna get a grip on the arm, and I want to pull with my legs as I pull this across to the side. Reach over the top, grab the wrist, turn and get the angle. I'm reaching under the thigh, and then we can come to the top. Flower sweep. You set this up essentially by getting into the armbar position, but this time I'm going to unwind my leg and cut it through. We retain this for support. A scissor sweep, cross collar grip, sleeve grip. I'm gonna open my guard, hip out, get my knee all the way across, one knee's on the floor. Now I need to pull him on me, especially pulling on the arm to open him up. Now we can scissor and use his momentum to come up. Variation on the scissor sweep. We get our grip, open the guard, come through. This time I'm gonna move my torso back so I can put my foot on the knee, and I'm gonna push it out. And as he turns, I need to move that leg out of the way so we can go straight into the armbar. We go for the scissor sweep, but his weight is back. I'm gonna come up, grab the belt. I can now pull him on top of me and take him in the opposite direction. So he stands up. I get my feet on his hips, controlling the sleeves, push him away to create a little space. I can now capture the ankle and with my free foot, either come under the knee or under the ankle, and as soon as he starts to fall, I need to pull the leg off of his hip and switch my base so I can come up. He stands up, we get our position, catch the ankle. This time, instead of coming this way, I'm going to switch my feet so I can use more of a sickle action. Same thing, I need to pull the foot off of the hip as he's falling so that we can do the pass. He stands up, we catch, but this time we pull him in and roll him over. Good. He jumps up, we push him back a little to create space. I'm gonna come up, shin on shin, pull myself in tight, grab my own gi. I can now grab the inside of his knee, and I'm gonna lift his leg as I rotate through. Jumps up. This time we're gonna get the angle so I can insert my foot for the lasso. Get behind the knee and pull in, move myself to the outside, and now I can pull and drop him over. Jumps up. This time I'm gonna get my De La Riva hook in. I need to move myself so that I can get that hook around. Push on the thigh. I'm gonna sit up, punch the arm through, and now we're simply gonna pull this and tip him forward and pass. Sleeve control, collar control. The sleeve can be below the elbow, above the elbow, or right on the elbow. The important thing is to be on the seam, nice and tight. Now I can cross step, back step as I break his posture, the kazushi, swim around, get my hip into position, and we bring him over. All right, Seonagi. We're gonna pop him open, come through, and affect the shoulder throw. So, cross step, drop, drop. Taitoshi has a wide stance. I want shin on calf. It's a trip, and my stance is wide. My knee is pointing down to the ground for safety. We get into it with the standard judo fit-in, but it's a wider stance. The elbow is going to go into the armpit, and I'm going to really open him up. So we come in, nice wide stance, bring him around. This one's called Harai Doshi. Obitori Gaeshi. Obi is the belt in Japanese. So I'm going to break his posture down and come over the top and grab the belt. I'm going to take my inside hook behind his knee, and both of us are going to roll. And we come through. Basic self-defense takedown. I lower my level, cover my head. We come into the chest, unfurl, get totally to the side. I've got hip control and tricep control. I'm going to step forward. I need to break his posture backwards as I hook his leg out. So, and then we come through. Double leg takedown. I'm going to peel his hands away, lower my level, take a penetration step, drop my knee, drive. Same basic setup, strip the hands, lower my level, drop. This time I'm gable gripping only around the one leg, head on the inside, so I can drive and catch the leg. Now I'm going to come to the outside, put pressure on the thigh, and bring him down. So the Gari, I like doing this off of movement. I get him to step. I can now step to the outside, shoulder on shoulder contact. I'm corkscrewing him as I step to the outside, bring him down. Inside trip, Oichigari, get him to step. My foot is right where it needs to be to drop. Have my head against his chest. I've caught the back of his leg, and then bring him down. Right. Step, drop, catch the ankle, drive into him so his leg gets light. Now I can step through and bring him down. Okay, Open, make my hand soft and concave. Go all the way around to the tag. The other hand goes underneath. I want to touch my knuckles, and then I'm going to roll my wrist to get the tap. So we start here. We want to end up here and then here. It's a two-step motion. This allows us to create the shape. We then need to turn to get the blade of our wrist against the neck and then do that. So it's here, here, turn in, pull in, and get the tap. Palm up, palm down, same basic entry on one side. This time I need to move myself, and I'm gonna shave until I can grab a wrinkle on the side of the shoulder, tuck under, and we can get our tap right there. Fist choke, I want to grab the gi and fold it over and leave my hand in this leopard paw position. And then I'm gonna turn that and I wanna put it right in between the neck and between the carotid artery and the trachea. Okay, so we get our basic position, turn in, straighten this arm, grab the far side lapel, and we can get the fist choke right there. All right, we get our basic cross grip, not too deep, because I need to take the other hand, put the thumb in, and now I'm gonna move myself as I move him so we can come around and get the choke. So it's about moving his head, moving ourselves. Loop choke from butterfly guard. I want to get my grip a little bit loose because his head needs to fit through the armpit. Okay, if I'm too tight, that's not going to work. So we catch. What works really well is to kick a knee out to bring the hand down. We can feed it, take the top arm, and we can turn. So it's this motion to get the tap. Classic triangle choke, I pull and he pulls back, I shove into him, come up over the top. Now I can bridge up, pull the arm across, pull him back in, get the angle with my foot on the shin, and we can lock up the triangle and get the tap. Open the lapel. Get my grip in. I can be shallow because I can pull up and shut down, pull up and shut down until my hand is in position. Now I'm going to feed through on the other side. I have to keep my center of gravity to one side because I'm in danger of being rolled here. Drop the head and get the tap. The finish is exactly the same. Palm down, palm up. We get our initial grip. I can come wide, keeping my base wide. Swim around to the other side, give him a shave, get the gi, and get the tap. A variation on this is the Hodger Gracie. I get my grip, pull in, shut, We get our basic position. We're posted on the side for safety. I can come around, but I'm gonna move his head out of the way so I can insert my thumb in the collar, come around, and get the tap. Fist choke, underhook the head, put my fist into the neck, grab my own gi to reinforce, and then I'm gonna pull and push. And there's the tap. Underhook the head, grab my own gi, grab my own sleeve. Now I need to bring the hand to the other side and then pull the entire structure over. Create a fist and drive down. Sometimes when their arm is up, you can push it to the side. We can swim in and catch it. Gable grip, I need to dismount, go belly down, keep my head really, really low, and then flex. Sometimes when they try to push on your knee down here, you can pin the hand and come up over the top. Now, we pull the arm across, we transfer our weight, figure four, and then we can pull up to get the choke. So we get a cross grip, tricep grip, foot on the hip. I want to bridge to make this arm straight. Now I can turn, throw my leg over the top, pinch my knees together, heels to my butt, and then we can bridge. common reaction when we go for the arm lock is they pull the arm out. I'm gonna put my shoelaces on the back of his neck, find his hip with the other foot, and now we can come to the opposite side and get the arm bar. Telephone arm lock. So for this one, we're gonna do a pincher motion. It's a gable grip, and we bring our elbows together. So I'm gonna swim in, gable grip, and pinch. Come onto that hip, turn, turn. I wanna put downward pressure on the shoulder. I'm pinching with my neck, and then compress to get the tap. I need his hands on the mat, so I'm gonna swim in as I pull with my legs, catch the arm, open my guard, create space, sit up, elbow to armpit, figure four my arms, drop my elbow, get the good angle, and then we can turn. Make sure to pin this onto your chest. One of the things that we can do, if we can get the arm all the way across, is get to our own side here. Now I can come over the top of the arm and drive into him. Omoplata. I need to change the angle, so I'm going to push on his face so I can come around. Grab the belt. Now I can keep moving in a circle to flatten him out, sit up, windshield wiper, and come up to get the tap. Alternate variation on this. So I can push him and we can come around. Now I can just kick up violently with my legs nice and straight, windshield wiper, and get the tap. Standard arm lock. We're gonna swim in, cross grip, post out, slide my knee all the way up past the head, bring the other arm in, and pinch. Now I can do a grip switch, post out, get the arm bar there, bring the heel around, make sure everything is tight, and get the arm bar. Spinning arm lock, sometimes when you come down, they push up, we get our position, and rotate. The challenge to this is typically the hand position. I want one thumb down in the armpit, one thumb up in the armpit, and then it's a pivot. I'm pivoting around and coming all the way around. I'm going to press on the wrist and the elbow, drive it to the mat, drop my elbow next to the ear, come underneath. We keep this pin to the mat, slide it down, taking up the slack, and then we come up. All right, he has his seatbelt. I want to go to the weak side if I have a choice. I want my shoulders all the way on the mat. I'm going to post up to keep him from coming to mount. He still wants to come to mount, and we can use that to come to butterfly guard or regain full guard. Sometimes we don't have the choice. He takes us to the strong side. I need to reach up and gather the material near the elbow and at the wrist. Get myself to my back, unwind the hand. It works better if I can retain this hand, punch up on the leg, and now I can come out the backside. This time he comes in, we're nice and tight so he can't get his seatbelt. Slide low, kick forward to remove a hook, hip out to that side, and scissor my legs to come out. Rear naked choke, I want to go in deep. I want to make sure there's an alignment between my elbow and his chin. I place my hand on top of the bottom hand, slide in, holding my biceps, and I squeeze and shrug my shoulders. Bow and arrow. Open the gi, get a grip in, thumb in. I need to turn to the side so I can get my feet across. I'm going to grab the pant, throw my feet over the shoulder, and we get the tap. All right, we're gonna come to the weak side. I'm gonna push him in here. Now I'm gonna use my free foot to trap, grab my own shin, Now I need to come to the opposite side and we can get the triangle and get the tap. I want to pick, pop, cross step, grab the knee and come in. Now I can swim underneath, create space, slide all the way back to the ankle, all the way in, all the way up, all the way back, and get the tap. All right, pick, pop, cross step, come in, get our position. I want to lean forward so I can trace on his leg and catch the foot. I leave my arm straight, fall to the side, use my body to get the toe press. Pick, pop, get into our position. I want to turn to my side and make sure his leg is bent. Now I can swim back, making sure to pinch the foot in my armpit, catch it, gable grip, and rotate. Knee bar, we're gonna swim in and catch it at the elbow. I can post and come through. We can get the knee bar. Alternately, I can switch my grip, catch the toes, figure four, and then go for a toe press, or a toe hold.